All right, it's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, SL, Sports Language, giving you the latest news about sports. And let me tell you something. If you got an opinion, debate me about it. If you disagree with what I say, debate me about it. Hold on. If you don't like what I said or say, debate me about it! Now, speaking of debating me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on. The comment section, like, comment, subscribe, so you can get your latest news and information about sports here on SL, Sports Language. So today, here's what we got today. We got the feds, The feds, not coming after me though. I pay my taxes, I pay my car insurance, and I'm trying to pay my rent. But that's besides that. When I'm talking about the feds, we're talking about Gilbert Arenas. Now the feds and Gilbert Arenas, what this got to do with sports? This ain't really got to do with sports, but then again, it got something to do with the sports atmosphere and what's going on in this man's life. And Gilbert Arenas, Chill Gil, No Chill Gil, Mr. International Pimp, Mr. Gil's Arena. The feds, they was knocking at his door. Hold on, I said the feds was knocking at that man's door. Or kicked in the door. Whatever you want to call it, whatever they did. They got in there, they got him, and they said you going to federal court or federal jail cell in the chain gang. But here's facts, you know what I mean? All jokes aside, so we're going to get into the facts. You know how I like to do it. Facts, then opinion. So here's the facts. So, Gilbert Arenas was arrested this past Wednesday on federal charges, and the federal charges specifically, I believe is 3, and one of the charges, or one of the charges that he's facing is conspiracy of running an operation of illegal gambling, and then another charge is running an operation of illegal gambling. And then the last charge, I believe that I read on ESPN, was lying, giving false statements to federal investigators. And here's the kicker. Not only it was him that was arrested, Gilbert Arenas, that Wednesday, but it was also other suspects, other co-suspects, other co-correspondents or co-constituents, however you want to call it or name it, 4 others. And one of them that goes by like a Middle Eastern name, not trying to sound racist, but like one of those kind of cultural ethnic names that starts with a G. You can look it up yourself. Who is a part of a high Israel mob? I repeat, who is a part of a high Israel organized crime family or organized crime criminal group. So not only are you arrested and facing federal charges of conspiracy of operating an illegal high poker gambling ring or high poker illegal gambling operation, betting on whatever you're betting on, but you're also arrested with a co-conspirator, a co-suspect who's a part of a high Israel criminal organized group or organized criminal group. I mean, that just sounds like a clip from a movie film, a clip like a page out of a fictional novel, a crime fictional novel. So you got Gilbert Arenas going down for that, or facing charges and allegedly running this criminal operation of illegal gambling. Allegedly. Everything I'm saying is alleged. So the story goes like this. He was arrested out of his Encino, California mansion in California. He bailed out on a $50,000 bond. As he bailed out, Gilbert was still happy, joyful, saying, "Oh, I'm back to the streets" on the social media website. So when he bailed out $50,000, we have his attorney who's representing him, Jerome Friedberg, however you want to pronounce it. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. You can look it up. That's his attorney. He insinuated that, hey, his client is innocent. He's presumed innocent until being presumed guilty in the court of law. That's what your lawyer's supposed to say. He said that Gilbert has no statement so far. But, I mean, right now it's looking kind of crazy. And then I was reading through ESPN on the website. Not only is he facing criminal charges of, running a illegal gambling operation, but the way it's kind of blurry. The way they described it and how he got caught up, it sounds like somebody did it on his behalf, and he just so happened to get caught up based on what his associates did. So the story goes like this, based on ESPN website. You can look it up yourself on other websites as well, whether it be Yahoo Sports, etc., etc. They were saying that as this crime was taking place, allegedly, or this illegal operation of gambling was taking place, Gilbert Arenas and his associate. His associate was the one who was running this operation, allegedly was running it and inviting these different kind of players. Now, the reports are saying they don't know what these type of players were, besides the other co-suspect who was a part of this Israel organized crime group. But these players would come in, and on Gilbert Arenas' behalf, the associate would collect money. The associate would run these illegal gambling operations, and they would run it as if this was a top-notch business, as this was Las Vegas, as if this was the MGM, or as if this was Caesar Palace. And what I mean by that was, not only would people come through, right, to do these things and gamble, but you had valet, chauffeurs. I'm pretty sure there was catering for food. Then it says, which is kind of looking scary, you had young women who were serving people drinks and being servants, and for their service they would get tips. So they was running this as if this was another Saturday night or another Friday night in Las Vegas. But all the while, this is illegal, allegedly, and they got arrested for it this past Wednesday. So another fact is too, they're saying that Gilbert Arenas, he's insinuated he gonna talk. Once he hit that stand, he's talking. So his trial date is set to be September 23rd. So when the trial is going on, by the way, which I like this part, not him facing the case, I don't want to see another brother go through that. But my favorite part right now is I'm gonna give y'all another up-to-date video. So be expecting up-to-date videos throughout this whole case until the verdict. I repeat, be expecting other up-to-date videos until the verdict, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions. So I gave you the facts. He bailed out on a $50K bond. He was arrested last Wednesday. He's facing up the different counts and charges, 3 counts. One of them is lying to federal investigators, giving false statements to federal investigators, the conspiracy of running an illegal gambling operation and operating an illegal gamble enterprise, or the operating illegal gamble events or activities. And they were saying this is like poker, and they had a name for it, like a Pocahontas or something like that. So yeah, I mean, when the feds do their homework, they do their homework. So when they kick in the dough, it's the feds. It's the feds. When they kick in the dough, they already did their homework. So it ain't no why y'all coming through my dough. You either better know, or they gonna tell you why they came and kicking your dough and put the handcuffs on you, so you end up like chain gang, you dig? And you know, now I'm gonna give you my opinions. I gave you the facts. I gave you the attorney's name, Jerome Friedberg. The bail number was $50K. His trial date September 23rd. Who his co-conspirators or co-suspects who are going to be a part of this case. Now I'm going to give you my opinions of what other people who has pitched in and talked about this. So here's my opinion, which is my favorite part. First off, Gil got money, so I don't see why Gil would need to indulge in illegal activities. Gambling technically isn't illegal, but if it's an illegal operation the way he did it, now that's what that's the number one question. It's gambling, and he's renting it out of his own home. This is America, so how is this illegal? So that's the number one question on everybody's mind, whether it be bloggers, whether it be sports blogs. Everybody keeps saying, how is this illegal? And that's a question too, because you hear it all the time when you got homeboys around the way, homegirls around the way. It may be a boys' night out, men's night out, and they may go in the basement and they may play some poker. They may play some cards, some blackjack. They may have the whole gambling set up with their own homemade chips or home chips. So I don't understand that part. Is it the Israel connection, which is the organized crime group? Is there something else going on besides the gambling? So the feds put it together as an illegal gambling operation? Who knows? I don't understand it. Was it not paying taxes? I don't get it. I'm new to this. I'm not the feds, so don't ask me no questions. I'm just giving y'all what they're giving me on the internet, on the website, which are very notable, respectful sources, by the way. So, and my thing is this how it can really play out. Because if Gil takes a stance, which is he's insinuating he is, because he insinuated that on his live stream, I believe. If he's taking a stand, which I would, because he has everything to lose, his kids, his freedom, his money, all that, I believe he gonna point the finger at his associates. That's what I believe, and that's what I would do. When he go on the stand, he gonna be pointing. And you know, Gil, he gonna be like, listen, allegedly now, and this is what I believe, and I would do this if I was Gil. I feel that because when I was reading the article on ESPN about him being arrested this last Wednesday about the illegal gambling operations, and then when it got to the his associate doing it on Gilbert Arenas' behalf, when they started this whole thing, who's to say him and this associate, right? Whoever this anonymous associate is. Who's to say Gilbert and him was like, yo, we should rent out this mansion in Chino, California. It's going to be the hot spot. Everybody can come through, name or not, come through, VIP list. We can bring some people over here, have some baddies over. And what I mean by a baddie, I mean by of age, by the way. But a baddie, a bad chick who's serving, bottles, wine, liquor. We can have the valet drivers. It's going to be all decked out. It's going to be our own casino spot just out of my crib. I'm going to rent it out. People come in, they pay to play. You dig what I'm saying? They gamble, have a good time. And then the associate was probably like, yeah, man, even when you away, I oversee the operations. Because you got to remember, Gilbert Arenas is still a busy man, retired or not. You got Gil's Arena, ESPN here and there, ESPN First Tech here and there, NBA here and there. Ever since Gilbert Arenas been doing his podcast, dude's been a hot tamale. Dude's been a torpedo, flying, going up. You got to give it to Gilbert Arenas. He still keep his name in the algorithm. So who's to say when Gilbert Arenas was away and wasn't overseeing the operations, old boy, whoever he is, or old girl, whoever she is, overlooking the operations was doing illegal things, was taking money off the top, was doing something to where the feds was kicking in the door. It's the feds was kicking in the door on some, hey, look, y'all been running an illegal gambling, high stakes poker operation, and all y'all getting roped up. And Gilbert Arenas, since this operation was under your roof in your home, you was renting it out to these people who so happen to be a part of a hierarchy Israel criminal organization group like the mob. You getting roped up with all along with them. So that's what I think, because Gilbert Arenas, he got money. I want to see either he was being greedy. Now, those are my only two evaluations and only two assumptions and methods that could have played out for him to lead to this point. The method that I just gave you, that his associate was doing it on his behalf using his name in his house, and the feds, when they was investigating, Gilbert Arenas' name popped up and it was his crib, so they just had to arrest him out of due diligence, or they got Gilbert Arenas just being greedy, doing the most, and feel like not only can he make money legally, but had that street mentality, I'm gonna make money illegally. Either or. But Gilbert Arenas has a scene where he's taking a stand. Now, for one, what is this Israel? Who is this Israel group? Who is this Israel organized crime group? Because now that plays a part not only in the paperwork, but also, are they going to tell? Also, will this affect how the case go? Will this affect how the jury sees you since you're taking this to trial? All the jury got to be like, well, not only is you running the illegal operation, but man, you're part of this illegal, you was working with this Israel organized crime criminal organization. Oh my gosh, why would you do this? Guilty. Like, they can look into other things. If you're doing gambling, they may try to put conspiracy to commit drugs. Would it be drug distribution? They might try to put conspiracy to do other things. I don't want to say, because I'm not trying to look bad or trying to make this man look bad. This is all alleged. But if you affiliated with an organized crime from Israel, they may try to throw other things on the paperwork throughout the case. You may get charged with something else. The prosecutor may say, we would like to file the motion to charge him with this, that, and the third. However that goes. Because that just sounds so bad, bro. Come on, Gil. That's why you gotta know who you hanging with, because you are who you hang with. So even if Gil's not a part of that or affiliated, you affiliated guilty by association. If they got pictures, you playing with these dudes. Come on, man. Then another thing is, if you ran it's like an operation like they say you did with valet, chauffeur, possible catering, food, and then you had young women being servants, such as giving you alcohol, catering, would it be like the people at those restaurants, you know what I mean? They coming in serving the guests. They can call one of those young ladies up and be like, hey, tell us what you seen, take the stand. You see what I'm saying? Like, the feds can be persuasive like that or be forceful. So with the federals and with the feds and the government having a 90% conviction rate, if when this trial is done, which I will keep up to date with this, when this trial is done, Gilbert Arenas found guilty. If he's found guilty on all these alleged charges, he can be facing up to 5 years max on all these counts. I repeat, Gilbert Arenas. The feds got him. The feds got him. If you found guilty, you facing up to 5 years max, which means you'll be losing money by the minute, by the hour, by the day, by the month, and by the years. And I'm not saying he will go broke if he does do 5 years. I'm just saying that's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I mean, just prison. You doing time. You won't get to see a woman. Bad food. Then you got to worry about other dudes trying to hurt you, kill you. Inmates trying to kill other inmates. Inmates end up getting sick. Then they may try to blackmail you for some money. This is all God forbid, by the way, but I'm just saying, man, this is how it can turn out if you found guilty. 5 years max. And that's if not, they don't put more charges. I repeat, that's not if the feds don't. We want to add more charges. That's not if they want to add more charges, Gil. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see how, when this news broke out, this is me personal, my personal opinion. I gave you the facts. I gave you what could happen and my personal opinion. But to add on my personal opinion, honestly, bro, you got money. If this is all true, you got money. This would be so dumb. Like, all the rumors about you acting dumb and acting stupid and acting silly and immature in the past, this would be the highest of the highest. Like, of you making a dumb decision. Why? If this is true, Gil, why, bro? You made money. And I get it. We understand, like, how the saying goes, like, cocaine at one point was a rich man's drug, and gambling is like a rich man's or a rich woman's, like, drug as well. It's like they habit. Like, you know, like on the streets, they shake the dice, and in the wealthy world or the rich world, you shaking dice on the table, or you playing craps, or you playing blackjack. Because when you getting that kind of money, you don't see rich people. When have you ever seen a wealthy person slot machine? I'm just saying, think about it. And I'm not saying wealthy people don't do that, but when have you seen a wealthy person slot machine? Nah, it's that blackjack. Nah, it's that, what card, what hand is you playing? It's that when you put your chips on the table, and then they put the ball and they twist it and they wait for the ball to fall down on one of those numbers. Either you win it all or lose it all. Win some, lose some. Win big, lose big. It's one of those type of games. But dude, if you really wanted to gamble that bad, how come you just couldn't, I don't know, just go to Las Vegas. Go to the area. But like I said, you know, this is what's happening so far. Your man is out on bail, like Tupac say. And hey man, like I said, if he found convicted, that's 5 years max. So it's his co-constituents. If not, they add more charges. Then on top of that, I mean, like I said, we're gonna have to see what's up with this Israel criminal organized crime group. We're gonna have to see what they're gonna do with the other associates that was doing this on Gilbert Arenas' behalf, and who's gonna take the stand. Now, Gilbert is already insinuated he's taking the stand, but yeah. And then in other news, I mean, you got Nick Young. He on his head top, but he joking about it. Because people keep saying if that was Nick Young in handcuffs, Gilbert Arenas was joking about it. So you got Nick Young saying little stupid stuff like, oh, whatever he did it. Whatever the feds got him for, he did it. But it's like, whether you playing or not, Nick Young, I want to play like that because, come on, bro. They can use this in court and be like, oh, he did, Nick? So don't play like that. But I understand y'all like to play like that. But I don't believe in playing internet games like that. And another thing is, now you got Kwame Brown. Now, I don't know the beef between Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas. Maybe Kwame Brown got tired of being called a bust by my main man, Gilbert Arenas. But when this news broke out, tell me why Kwame Brown was on this man's head top. This man, Kwame Brown, talking about some shorty want to be a thug, shorty want to be a thug. Or you hanging out with the Israels now. Or you hanging out with Israel crime organization groups and stuff like that. So you got Kwame Brown on his head top like, yeah, like on some this what you get type of karma. And I'm not making this up. Look it up. Kwame Brown was on live really popping his ish. Like, he was really, like, looking down on Gil on his downfall. Like, yeah, look at you now. But, hey, man, Gilbert Arenas, he facing them felony charges, them felony counts. But, hey, I'll keep y'all up to date on this. It's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, SL Sports Language, give you the livest, latest news about sports and events. And I'll put it to you like this. If you got an opinion, debate me about it. If you disagree with what I say, debate me about it. Hold on. If you don't like what I said, debate me about it. Speaking of debate me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on, the comment section, like, comment, and subscribe. And hey man, it's your boy KJ, Sports Language.